This video will give you 7 books plus a bonus to enable you to be the best speaker you possibly can be, all with a flick of a few pages. Ready to dive in? I personally have read every single one of these books, and there's tips and tricks here for your voice, your presence, your speaking, and even the words that you craft from the moment you step on stage to the moment that you click off camera perhaps. The first book is a classic. It's by Dale Carnegie, and this goes back lots and lots of years. Carnegie's written some amazing books like Influence, but this one is the quick and easy way to effective speaking. Carnegie shows you that public speaking doesn't have to be intimidating. He gives you some really simple, approachable methods so that you diminish the fear factor and actionable steps to speak with confidence and clarity. Read this book and you'll learn how to speak from personal experience, to believe in your message and focus on helping your audience and expressing to them, because it's about them and not you. This shift in mindset that Carnegie gives you turns fear into purposeful connection. The second book is Think Fast, Talk Smart by Matt Abrahams. And with this one, we're bringing you right up to date. He's a current author and even has a fantastic little podcast, which is Think Fast, Talk Smart. What I love about this book and Matt is that he gives you some really simple frameworks that you can use whenever you're talking to somebody for the first time, or perhaps when you need to portray a story. Things like what, so what, now what, as the structure to put your story together. He gives you simple ways to be in control even when you're feeling out of control. So you can turn those high pressure, high stakes situations as opportunities to create meaningful connection. One of his phrases I like is, it's not about perfection, but it is about connection. He'll make sure that you're anxiety free and always engaged in the contact sport of listening. That's book number 2. What about book number 3? Well, this one is called Steal the Show by Michael Port. Yes, you can prepare endlessly, but still struggle with authentic performance when it comes to mattering most on stage. You could be too scripted, over-rehearsed, and actually reduce the natural connection of looking in the eyes of your audience. You need to be an effective communicator and just turn up on stage as somebody that wants connection and not necessarily treating every single word as a perfect piece that follows one after the other. Michael shows you that every presentation is actually a performance, just like being on stage on the West End. He does speak from experience of being on stage to enable you as a speaker to embrace these high pressure moments, manage speaking anxiety, and deliver truly memorable presentations with feeling that come across as natural rather than rehearsed. Book number 4 is this one, Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo. And it's currently back on my bedside table as something I'm reading to refresh my mind on what it feels like to be a TED presenter. Carmine has gone through literally hundreds of TED Talks, and she's found out what are the dots that connect all the great speakers to all the great TED Talks that result in millions and millions of views. And then from that, she distills them down to 9 easy to consume chapters, such as deliver jaw-dropping moments, the art of storytelling, teach me something new, print a mental picture with multi-sensory experiences. Great book. If that's the first one you reach for, why not take that one? Talk Like TED. And look out in a minute for my link to 9 of my best TED Talks so that you can see, feel and hear how it is to be a TED Talk speaker. What about book number 5? Well, this is it. Set Your Voice Free by Roger Love. Yes, we can have stage presence. Yes, we can look down the camera or look at the audience with our eyes, and we can stand strong. But what about this beautiful thing, our voice? Roger gives you techniques to literally set your voice free. Tonality, pacing, pausing, volume, pitch, all the facets that are in your voice that your audience needs to hear. Perhaps you've trained yourself to have great body language, great presence, but if your voice can't connect to the ears of your audience, you're missing a vital trick on being a meaningful, memorable speaker. Set Your Voice Free by Roger Love is number 5. And then to follow on a theme, book number 6 is Presence by Amy Cuddy. She herself is one of the million viewers that you'll find on TED. And she has a research experience here that talks about why your presence matters. Even on the first few seconds of seeing somebody speaking, you'll make a judgment based on their confidence, their posture, their breathing, and the way that their stature gives you a feeling of presence on that stage. Read Amy's book and you'll see how you can reduce your anxiety with simple things like breathing. How your chest and your lungs and your shoulders can create space for you to give you presence and confidence. A really great book to give you the art of speaking in stage presence using the power of your body language. The final book before we talk about the bonus is The 16 Laws of Communication by John Maxwell. 16 undefiable laws by John to talk about how communication can be strung together to create a meaningful talk. It's about communication that creates authentic connection. And what are those principles? It isn't about what you say sometimes. It's about what others feel and hear as a result of how you communicate. John talks about how you build meaningful connection through authenticity, again, the art of storytelling, and most importantly, intentionality. Do all of those 3 things and more, and you'll transform your talk into a memorable experience. And by the way, there is a link on a PDF in the YouTube description to download that book straight away now to learn the 16 Laws of Communication by John Maxwell. What about the bonus? Well, the bonus is one of the best books that I have read this year and over the last few years, and it's Atomic Habits by James Clear. Because yes, you can have intention. And as he says, we rise to the value of our goals. No, we fall to the level of our systems. And you can have an intention of being the best speaker. But if you're not practicing, if you're not actually using the habit of speaking by turning up regularly, improving, reading, watching, then you're not going to be atomic in your intention to just 1% compound every day to be a great, inspiring speaker. Personally, Atomic Habits is never far away from me to pick up, and if you want James Clear 321 email on a Thursday, then look that up as well, because every week you're going to get something from James that gives you an insight as to how habit forming can make you a better person and obviously a better speaker. Those are my 8 books. Obviously, this is about reading. If you want to work with me as a coach to improve your speaking, then details are in the YouTube description. I implore you today to take action. Have one of those books in your Amazon cart. Click, buy, read, and then keep on reading. It's a book a month. 12 books could be yours this year. Whatever you're doing, please subscribe for more. And don't forget to speak and serve.